Hi, this is Danny Clark from Collector's Firearms. I have my assistant, Josh Martinez. Today's gun we are featuring is a Smith Wesson second model American that is New York engraved. And so what that means is you have factory engraved guns where you would order from the factory and say, hey, I want a gun that's engraved, and the factory would have it engraved by one of their engravers and then sent to you. Or the New York engraved guns were where the firm that Smith Wesson sold the guns to had one of their in-house engravers or a contracting engraver engrave it for them. Sometimes these were the exact same engravers that Smith Wesson used, but it's a slightly different engraving pattern. How you tell the difference is if you have a good enough trained eye, you can just look and say, okay, well that's a New York engraver. Oh no, that's factory engraved. But most of the time you have to get a letter from Smith & Wesson and it'll tell you that it was factory engraved, or it won't mention engraving at all. Most of these guns were sold to the Smith & Wesson distributor, M.W. Robinson. I don't remember where this one was sent to, but it was certainly sent to one of the New York houses and engraved there. Has beautiful engraving on here and has original period ivory grips. Not from the factory, but probably from the exact same dealer. The Smith & Wesson Americans were really, while they weren't as popular as the Colt single action, in my view, it was a much better gun just because the loading and ejecting system, where you didn't have to go through the side and load one bullet at a time and extract one bullet at a time. You had full access, and this is your extractor that would knock out all your empty shells. And as soon as you broke it open, and then you could just put the new shells in. So much better system in my view. But this is just a very, very fine Smith & Wesson piece from the 1870s.
Now with collectability, is there a difference in New York engraved guns and factory engraved guns?
There's always a premium for factory engraved guns. The fact of the matter, though, is these Smith & Wessons that are period engraved like this, you get a lot of bang for your buck. These are a fraction of the cost of a engraved single action, but just as beautiful.
So the single action was more popular than the Smith & Wesson?
Colt had better marketing.
Now, this is a nickel finish?
Nickel finish? No, because what they would do is it was probably shipped blue. They'd strip the blue finish off, they'd engrave it, and then they nickel plate it in-house. And this was just a way where the distributor could have ordered it factory engraved, but they realized, hey, we don't have to pay that premium. We can have one of our in-house engravers do it. We can finish it in-house, and we can get pretty close to the same money as what a factory engraved gun would bring, only they're getting all the profits.
Well, that's awesome. So somebody with some type of power or elite have this type of engraving done, or?
Well, you never know, but I mean, it was a premium gun for sure, so it had to be somebody who had some coin to be able to afford it.
Awesome. Thank you for showing me this gun.
You're welcome.